allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of minutes from 4/21 to 5/5. Okay, any questions on the minutes from last meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Yes. Yes. Sammy?
Yes.
Borough bills for the general fund. Make a motion, Dan. Second. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Code enforcement officer.
Put up a few tags a couple weeks ago. A lot of the people made corrections. I've got a few properties I'm still kind of working with. I ran a little low on tags. I should be getting some in this week. According to Mary Sue, should be this week or early next week. So I haven't hit 5th and 6th yet. I tried to take it street by street, just trying to get a grip on it. So it's a little bit more manageable. So just a couple problem properties that just haven't been doing anything on the property that I've talked to the committee about already. So if anybody has any questions for that, I'll be more than happy to talk about it privately, because I don't want to call out any resident. Anybody got any questions for me?
On them swimming pools, I did a ride around, I know what you're talking about now. You just can't put a pool up. You gotta have either the rails around the top.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying last meeting you guys had is, you know, it's gonna be an expense if somebody wants to keep a pole. So do we wanna give a leeway until next June, or do we wanna enforce that? I mean, because I'm gonna have to do it universally for everybody.
What do you require?
Huh?
What do you require?
You have to have a fence around the swimming pool if you have one.
Or you have to have railings around the top.
Yeah. Basically a way to keep somebody from just jumping in.
I mean, is that an ordinance though?
They
Because there's a lot of
gotta have
pools that used to be in
fence
town
around
that didn't have.
Sell. That's the way they sell. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you
I
have
don't
a
know, I
fence
haven't looked to
around
buy one, but.
With the gate, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But if you don't have nothing, I don't know.
Insurance
when
company don't even require you to have a fence around.
Yes, they
Yeah, they
do.
do.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
That's amazing.
It's a law.
That's
It
all
is.
It's a state law.
And if we don't enforce it and somebody would actually have somebody jump in a pool, we could be held liable also because we didn't enforce the codes.
Mercy, you want to know?
Next June, bro.
All right, listen up. Are we gonna do that in
The fence at Sammy's.
Anybody who has any of the old wood chips, you know, they were good previous couple months ago, you need cash. If you can do them all out.
I like to save them, so then I have a bunch of
Save
money.
them for Christmas.
They need to be cash.
We know
Because
good.
then we went to more attempts. So we might close it, so everybody needs cash.
Chuck, do we have a lot of properties that have swimming pools that are in violation?
I counted 21 pools in Koppel, and there were half of them that did not have any type of protection or
Fence,
fencing.
okay.
We somehow, like we were talking before, maybe make a resolution to say that by such and such date, this is gonna be required. That way, there can be something put out there to the public, and it shows that we are, you know, going that direction.
Addressing the problem, because
What about these little 3-foot pools you buy home?
If it can hold more than 2 foot of water, it has to have a
Yep.
fence. Doesn't even say if it has 2 foot, if it can hold 2 foot.
It's all about toddlers going over and drowning, little kids.
What about ponds?
They're referred
People
to
have
as an
ponds in their
attracting
front yards.
nuisance, right? So exactly like, I guess Jim's saying, you have a little 5-year-old, right? They can't appreciate the danger, so it's,
Don't watch your kids.
so is there's an ordinance currently on the books? to this effect?
Well, we have the International Property Maintenance Code.
We never had fences.
It's in the internet,
It's in the
IPMC.
International
when I
Property
bought mine,
Maintenance
I
Code.
had, my first pool had a fence
We
around it.
never had a fence around it.
And then I know.
What you can do is you can,
Go ahead.
what you can do is you can send a letter out, notify, like, not necessarily giving leeway, but, you know, anytime there's code violations, generally there's a, 30-day window anyways where, you're saying fix this problem, so you guys could agree on whatever type of window you would want and send that out, and that would give people the time to make arrangements.
What about the people that had these existing pools for the last 10 years that don't have stuff from them, or ponds in their yards? I mean, how are you gonna enforce that?
They'll have to buy the fence that goes on the top of the pool.
Or put a fence
I
around
mean, I'm
it.
not a swimming pool, I don't really care, but
Yeah,
It's
and
kinda
I
hard
think
to-
if it's part of the IPMC, the borough has adopted the IPMC long before 10 years ago, so,
Okay.
most likely it wouldn't be grandfathered in from that aspect.
I'm just saying, cause you're gonna have,
Yeah,
What about
you're gonna have 21 count.
right,
people
now we're
from
going to get
Borough.
somewhere, I don't know when they
So-
And
adopted
then
it.
uproar.
I've had my pool for 27 years.
So here's your thing, you guys just talked about it right now, starting right now, today after you talked about it, the time frame starts. If you wanna wait and do all this stuff or whatever, if something happens in this town, you know what's gonna happen. And look on the internet, search it, there's towns that this has happened to, cities, towns, boroughs, townships. You just talked about it, it's gonna be in the minutes. Just saying.
So,
Once you're made aware, you mean, once you're made aware of the problem.
if anybody's in violation, just tell them, I'd say, we're not gonna, give them 1 year, I guess. Is that legal? No.
I think that might be a little too long.
Too long?
30 days.
You put up like a garden fence.
And
like
you
2-3
definitely don't
foot,
wanna
it's up to
paper
you.
it,
Seriously.
right?
What's that?
You're definitely gonna wanna paper it, put it on paper, that way we have a copy,
Can you just do that?
How high the fence gotta be? Is there a height on the
If
fence?
it's over 5, could I,
Around the pool.
I'll give you
Bimbo.
the specs on it.
Bimbo, if it's 5 foot tall, you don't have to worry, but as long as you have a removable ladder. If it's 5 foot tall, or if it's less than 5 foot tall, it has to have a fence around it. If it's 5 foot tall or higher,
You need a fence.
you need a
Doesn't
fence,
specify.
and you have to have the steps removed.
It doesn't specify that.
It
says if you
does.
have a pool, you have to have a fence around it.
See, that's.
If
what I-
5 foot, no, if it's 5 foot.
Well, I
I
just read
thought
it
you
the
just
other
had to
day.
have a padlock on your,
Whatever the IPMC,
Yeah.
what IPMC, whatever it says, we should get a letter out to that effect.
Okay, but I'm glad you said letter. There was one thing I forgot to mention. I didn't take good notes for talking. So I'm having a little bit of, on some of the properties that I'm not getting compliance. A lot of them are rental properties. I, for one, can't find out who's living there because we don't have a list of any, tenants that are renting from it, people. Also, there's a, issue with, about the way even the, plot map talks about it. I'm getting out-of-state addresses for the property, thing, so if I have to send notice to people out of state, like the landlords and stuff like that, or anybody that's out of town, I'm gonna have to send that certified return receipt, so that's gonna be an expense, because unless we wanna hold the tenants responsible, but then I need to know who the tenant is, so I know who to write down on that.
You're gonna get the results by getting the owner.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be, how much, did you check to see what the cost for certified letter?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I sent one
It ain't
earlier
that
this week,
much.
it was like $10, $12.
Depends on if they weigh it, don't they? Depends on how heavy it is.
The landlords are responsible.
Yeah, we're not gonna pay their expense, that's their expense. Anything.
When it's used.
Well, we gotta pay for it up front. I mean,
Mail it out.
yeah,
Wrap that into the court cost.
yeah.
If the tenants come and go too much.
But if they take care of it in the time frame, there's gonna be no court, so there's gonna be no cost, so it'll be still.
Right, no, you're not wrong, John.
That is,
Yep.
so what do we wanna do on these poles?
The hayfield down from my alley, who owns that now, Tenaris or?
I have no idea, I can't find it. I mean, I'm looking, but I've been spending hours going through the plot maps and everything. Yeah, I know.
I asked the same question this morning.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like rabbit heaven now. I mean, they're all living in there and they live everywhere. Yeah, I don't think all nested in there, grass up to my knees.
If it gets any higher, it's gonna
Where's
be
Susan?
grass.
The
The end of Sixth Avenue.
Behind mine and Susie's house, the end of that house.
That way.
Yeah.
Smith was
On the
cutting
corner.
it, Smith was cutting it for years and then he
Yeah.
quit cutting it because somebody bought it. I thought they said Tenaris bought it.
Yeah, that grass is high.
It is Tenaris.
There's owns it.
Yeah, it's on the X map.
Or is it Brian Bush?
What happened?
That's
What happened?
What you
The
drive
X Hunt,
up,
this is all up to date. They're talking about this.
Because I was going on the county site. They're talking
You're talking about this or this?
Then,
It's,
Richard,
Down the street from my house.
okay, it's a block
You
down
know,
from the
you know,
main.
Suzanne lives in.
Yeah, this is the main gate.
This is it right here.
Oh, this,
That property.
that
oh, that
is
whole corner.
That whole corner.
Catarico,
Remember the house that
Karen,
has the
Cheeto.
fire
Oh,
down the
Yeah,
road?
Old Town Road and Long
Turn
Pond.
right into the
yes, they
house.
sold that, but I don't know who owns it.
Do you know who owned it before? Do you know who owned it before?
No, I don't. Mrs. Smith would.
Okay.
What's the address?
I can screenshot this. and
Yes.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
I think I have your number.
Somebody thinks the mill bought that?
No.
They bought the lot.
It's the other lot.
By Tammy Smith.
No, I asked if they bought it. I don't know who owns it. But that
So you
Smith
might
guy,
have just found the owner.
Smith guy was
What's your
cutting for
number?
years. I don't know why he would've cut.
417-836.
Yeah.
I thought he said something
Some
wrong.
people just cut grass so theirs looks nice.
Thank you. My yard's a putt putt.
No, believe me. There's people that cut other people's grass just so theirs looks good. Emergency Management Coordinator report.
Tuesday, May 26th is the next training. I'll be attending that, probably the evening session. And that's all I have under that.
Fire Department.
Fire department, since it's a public thing now on the website, we were approached by Congressman Deluzio as far as a grant project, for the House Appropriation Committee's grants they do. We had 4 days to put a grant together, which we did. We put in for a $300,000 grant for a lightweight rescue QRS vehicle, so we can start a QRS for EMS calls.
we will know whether we got the grant, probably within the next month or so, but Congressman DeLuzio is backing the grant, so there's a good chance we get it. We're one of the smaller of the 10 or 20 we put in for it. I mean, some of the places put in for $2.6 million for a new police station. We asked for 300,000. So there's a good chance that we'll get that. That's all I got in the fire department. Marlene, do you have anything?
The quarterly budget was emailed as far as the funds provided to the fire department, and we just completed a sub-sale fundraiser, and those will be delivered on Friday. And that's about all I have.
Well, you said this grant is for a truck.
It's for a lightweight rescue QRS vehicle.
So it's a vehicle.
Yes.
We got someplace to store it.
Yeah, we have 3 days.
Okay. I mean, we got our trucks outside. I just wanna make sure.
Where's it go? Where you putting it?
We have 3 days.
The rear? I thought,
It's not that big.
No,
It's not
I
a
figured
big
it's
truck.
probably a truck size. Still, we gotta have a place to store it.
making sure you ain't putting it in my building, our building.
No.
And you say the subs are coming in Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Wherever you ordered them, is that where they're going? 'Cause I ordered mine at the post office.
They'll be here at the station, but I can
Oh.
bounce back and forth wherever
Okay.
preference is.
Hope I don't forget. If I do, somebody eat them.
I know where you live.
Police department, you done?
Yes. Unless, Clay, do you have anything? Okay.
Police department report.
Passed out the calls for service, again, busy month, 25 calls. We are in May, and we're up over 100 calls already for the year, so we're way past where we were last year at this time. It's just getting busier. I will let Athena read, the letter from an officer that I have.
So, I may say who it's from.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Officer Stephen Kuzma, and it says, "To the members of council, I am requesting to be considered to be promoted to full-time patrolman for the Koppel Borough Police Department. Due to recent changes with my full-time job, I am no longer guaranteed hours there and I have lost my insurance benefits. As per our union contract, there should be 2 full-time officers on the roster for the police department. I have spoken to Chief Squeakero about this, and he is in support for me to be full-time and stated that he would present you with this letter. Thank you for your time and consideration," and it's signed.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I support this idea as long as it's affordable, and I don't know what the budget looks like, so that's gonna be a discussion for council, and I don't know if that's getting sorted tonight, but I don't know if you wanna open that discussion now or later.
Well, we have the money there for the full-time officers. I was told when I brought it up before that it would be transferred back to the union.
You have the money?
Do we
We had it.
He's been here forever, why not? You have the money, it's a no-brainer.
I don't know if we have it, that's the only.
You do have it, it's a no-brainer.
If,
You said the money would be transferred back.
you did. You said we can transfer it at any time it went into the general fund. If we needed it, it would be transferred. And I have all the meeting minutes that shows that we discussed this. It
I
was
remember.
adopted as a work in progress.
How much money we got?
We lost 36,000 from the budget, is, I believe what it was.
Here's what it is. Let me explain it again.
And it
We have
was
a
never
chief
voted on.
and we have the assistant chief. We were told we didn't need the assistant chief.
No, you had a
But now we
chief and a
need them
sergeant.
because of vacation. I said we would fill that job
It's not gonna be an
temporary
assistant chief, it's gonna be a full-time
for
patrolman.
vacations.
So he wouldn't have a.
He wouldn't have a title or rank, he's just full-time patrolman.
You can't fill in while you're gone, you're full-time patrol.
Yeah.
We don't have
That's what
nobody
it's
we
about.
can trust. This is
We can
what we
trust
went
him,
to the
though.
last meeting.
You can shut them.
I would think so.
Yeah, I don't think the issue is whether or not you can trust him, I just think it's, can it be afforded?
Yeah.
That's the only
Is
issue.
this affordable?
now we gotta open the budget up again.
We were
And put
supposed
it
to
back
do that in
in.
January. I have the meeting minutes. Is it, Nate,
I'm sorry?
too late to
How many
do the
hours does he
budget?
work now?
He works 32 hours a week
We
now.
were halfway through
It's
the
8
year.
more hours.
So what's the only cost that for his insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to, I don't know that you're gonna have this figured out.
Yeah, I
We
think,
have to have a
I
budget
don't think
meeting.
he can go into the union for his insurance now, can he?
For what?
If he
For
had
the,
a,
according to the,
if he had a change in his job status, I don't
Yeah.
think he would be eligible for
Yeah.
insurance, but I mean, it's the
well,
first
then he's
stop
gonna have to
is.
start paying union dues.
He is,
Yeah, he will.
yeah, he would.
Yeah, he'll make
You'll have to just look at it.
There's a lot
Yeah, we're
more
gonna have-
expense there
This
that
isn't
we're
gonna
not,
be a-
we're not anticipating all the expense. You got insurance, you got the pension, you got,
He doesn't need fair.
you got all them things you
have like
gotta
a
add
FICA
in there.
tax,
So
Does he
you
get
can't
union
just
rate
make
now?
that
That's
decision.
about
He
15%
makes
of
union rate
whatever
now?
his salary is, you
He makes part-time,
all of that.
yeah.
He's already been X amount of hours, so.
Right.
So if he went full-time, his hourly rate would change too?
Yes. It would go up.
Rate would change,
Okay.
his insurance would change, his pension would change.
May
I
I-
can't name
May I
everything
make
in
a
that contract.
suggestion? Could we have the committee that deals with public safety and the police sit down and actually cost out what this would look like? And then maybe also meet with Mary Sue and just kind of cross-reference
I
what we
think the
have in
budget
the budget.
committee needs to be involved too.
That's whoever, but just,
You're
I,
on the budget meeting. You're
I
on the
know,
budget
I'm on the
meeting.
budget committee, I went to one meeting.
that's, so I,
It's not up to me to ask for a budget meeting, you're on the budget committee.
I asked for it and we got it, and that's when I found out that the money was transferred without a vote from the fire department and the police. There was never a vote to transfer that money.
well, I'm not sure what.
It don't matter, it's still
But
there, it can be
listen,
pulled back.
yeah, I think this is
Let's
a
move on.
situation that can be resolved, and I think there should be a discussion, and I
It's
think
better,
it
it's
needs
still there.
costed out though, so
Yeah.
just whoever's gonna sit down and figure out what it would cost to do this, like, let's get a number and then bring it back to council, and then we can go from there.
Very good.
Do that under new business, cause it's down there, and I do don't believe it.
All right, that's all.
I have 5 minutes.
I have a question, for the police department. Is there a reason why we don't do patrols during rush hour, like from 6 to 9 or 6 to 9:30?
We are.
When,
People sitting, blowing through stop signs on Second and Third Avenue and Ida. I've never seen a police car there, ever.
Where we live, like where I live.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, rush hour and
I
then.
do it in the mornings when I
Yeah.
work midnights, that was when I had the problems.
I will say, we used to have like the school bus escort, I don't know who's working mornings, but if we could bring that back, that would also be helpful, cause my biggest concern is like the kids out walking around.
Well, the reason I stopped going to school bus escorts is because when I was on midnights, I would go on Second Avenue, I painted white lines on Second Avenue, and I would run speed, or I would watch the stop sign outside of your house, because we were getting more violators than that.
I mean, you
I
can
didn't
have
realize it was
nine
happening in the
signaling a
afternoon.
matter of seconds,
Yeah.
blowing through stop signs.
I was over at Athena's in a matter of 90 seconds, 9 cars went through that.
And
There, that is a very high.
And then one came up, blew
traffic
up
area.
Third Avenue, up Ida, almost blew the stop sign, and the car coming from Second almost blew the stop sign. And they almost crashed, and the residents down there, when I'm out, asked why the police ain't sitting there.
But that's afternoon time.
No, that's at 10 to 7 in the morning,
We're doing shift change there.
you know.
I mean, we should be out there during rush hour, it's crazy anyways, but I don't know why they're not out patrolling during that time. That's
They
the
should be.
busiest time,
Yeah,
that,
send
and
out
the afternoons.
a memorandum and I can sign it and it can.
Well, I sent out the memorandum, I have their patrol logs, they're patrolling, putting miles on the car.
Well, just just say that we have
Squeaks.
residential complaints.
Yeah, but during that time,
From
Yeah.
5:30 to 9:30, your one officer never moved out of the place.
I
Let me see that is
I can
accurate.
vouch for that a few days a week too,
Yeah.
I'm up there at 6:30 in the morning. That's
Yeah,
all.
have that conversation later.
We can have that conversation.
Is there, I can never see who's driving the car. Is
Yeah,
our
there's
tent
window
legal?
tinting.
Huh?
No,
Our tent ain't legal?
absolutely not.
I was gonna say, I don't have a clue who's in the car when I'm out in my own yard. I can't even see who's making the rounds.
I know when it's Ashley and I know when it's Steve, because they drive with the windows down.
Unless they come down your end, cause they don't come down our end. Like
Well, I see them on daylight, and if Eric's on
Chief
311, I see him on
That's 2 out of
311.
how many offers?
At
do you
night, I
have?
have to drive with the windows down because it's so dark.
No.
Can you take it off?
That's
I
probably
could, but I
pretty
don't want
safe.
to, cause it's nice to have. I would like to lighten it, but we're gonna have to pay for it. When
You
that
gotta
tent was
remove
put
it
on,
now.
it was, it's
That's
absolutely,
a bad thing.
And it's probably even worse at night.
it is. I have to roll the windows down and
Roll
drive.
You can only see headlights and that's about it.
Mhm.
Dangerous.
They ain't gonna put the windows down at 90 degrees, I can tell you that.
I do.
The air's plastic.
All right, let's go.
Maintenance report.
No, we don't have a whole lot. The new flagpoles came in. We were up there this morning at 7, digging the old ones out, putting the new bases in. Gonna try to paint some, the statues up there people asked about. Gonna get the flags and stuff up. Restring the flagpole that's 15 feet up in the air. Trying to keep up on the grass. Everything's going. The only questions I have is like, if we gonna go buy a truck, what's the, Nate, how we go about going to buy a truck? Because if you get a truck, I find a truck and it's, you know, we can't wait 2 weeks to vote on it. It's gonna be gone in like 3 days, 4 days. So is there a way around, you know, talking to one person or?
So not really, but
I mean, the only way they're gonna
You
hold a
buy
truck is
used
put
trucks,
money
yeah.
to, not to use one, new one.
yeah, so you could, like, I would say, my suggestion would be to come to council meeting with like a CoStar's price. That's how I've seen it done.
Okay.
But,
I'm trying to get us on CoStar because I found out that it's a lot cheaper. Didn't know anything about CoStar.
The borough has a CoStar's account,
Who does?
the borough.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yes.
That's how we buy the police cars.
Well, then, I didn't know we had one because if that's the case, so we can,
Co-stars?
yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's a
can
lot
get
cheaper.
salt through them and it was only like $90 a ton last year,
Yeah,
so.
so that's the way to go.
yeah, it helps. But unfortunately, I think you're gonna have to find one and bring it to council.
And hope it don't get sold.
So with CoStars,
You
you
write
go
down
to the CoStar's lot,
They'll-
they actually have
Yeah,
cookie cutters of the same truck. So if you find one you like, they'll probably have like 10.
that's been my experience.
Have you been looking on that, Jim?
What's that?
Have you been looking on that thing?
No, I didn't know any.
What's it called, Co-star?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to save it on my computer. I think anyone on council can sign up for it. You have to get one of those, what is that called, like the Pennsylvania, like the master login? What is that called?
Keystone something, right?
Yeah, the Keystone profile.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
You get a Keystone one and then you can sign up for CoStars and. You can also just find vendors that are like CoStar.
I've never been on it, I just.
Yeah.
I don't actually like using it. I find it kind of cumbersome, but
Yeah, it's a lot of research.
it's not, it's.
Yeah, it's not
always-
easy to navigate.
It's not easy to navigate, it just gives you vendors that are CoStar,
Right.
even able to,
But
then
it
you have
saves
to
you the
contact them.
hassle of having to bid it out.
That part is great, I mean, you can find, there's been, the electric police cars, they're all
Yeah.
CoStar
Is it
deals.
all new, all new stuff, or is it used?
Okay.
It's all new.
No, it's new, it's just, they've already like,
Purchased it and.
It's already been bid out.
it's been bid out, and it's considered like the lowest
Yeah.
possible price, so it's eligible for our purposes.
Yeah, cause I saw that on their consultant, if you get on them, then you can go through there, which I didn't know.
Yes, and
we
you
had.
should talk to this gentleman, because he's part of the Council of Governments, and that's something we should get involved in, because we can do that, we can get in.
I'll mend,
Well, last year they
You
were
need to get
charging, $89 if you were on their thing, $89 a ton, where everybody else is charging 140,
Yeah, it's way
180.
cheaper, we need to get a
200.
representative from this.
Yeah, and they will
council
actually
that
bring it
can
to
go.
you.
right. Fourth Thursday of the month, if anybody's interested. I'm sorry.
COGS, to go to the COGS meeting.
Council of Governments, it's basically like
I keep telling
all
you.
governments
Brett used
together.
to go, huh?
Yes, Brett did, They used to, yeah. I went to one.
Yeah.
Is there any grants out there that anybody knows helping to buy equipment that we?
Yeah, we've applied to them and we haven't been granted them, and you're gonna wait a year and a half before you find out if you're getting it. So if you need it now, you can put in for it, but
Oh, we already have one?
we
Wait that
didn't, no,
long?
I put in, what was that, not this past Thanksgiving, but the prior one, and we didn't get any of those. I put in for. No, it was the LSA, the local share account.
Yeah.
Also, they, like with Darlington and stuff, they have a lot of equipment, we could get, what's that, reciprocating agreement, Nate?
Yeah.
Like an
To,
utility agreement.
they have one with them, I can use their equipment, they like me, so they said that we help them out, they'll help us out. They have bucket trucks, they have 10-ton dump trucks, they have all kind of stuff out.
We'd have to sit down with their,
Yeah, we would.
Darlington is a township, right?
Yeah, and they, you know.
Oh, it depends on which part you're in, yeah.
Yeah, so same way with, Big Beaver. Big Beaver and Darlington actually have an agreement together. But since we're a small town and we don't have the budget, we could just,
We were in talks with Big Beaver years
Right,
back,
yeah.
and that kind of fell apart.
It makes a lot of sense for these communities to come together.
Yeah, it does.
And share, cause everybody doesn't, and I don't know what equipment, I push a pencil for a
Yeah.
living, but
It's-
everybody doesn't need it, like you need it like 5 times a year, so
Yeah.
why have 3 of them for 3 municipalities if you can have one?
but just like a bucket truck thing, you get one that's 30 years old, it barely runs, they still want $10,000 for it.
Right.
You know, where you could just use theirs and, you know, as long as we cover them with our insurance, they'll let us use it. That way we can take the rest of the snowflakes down and everything else. Paint stuff.
Engineer report. And you got, oh, you're not there. You got a new one, don't we?
Engineer?
No.
No, we have the same
But-
engineer, we just haven't done anything.
It's still Tracy.
It's, Frank is basically like gonna be our go-to. Tracy does more of the community planning.
Solicitor's report.
So, not much to report on, but I do need an executive session to discuss personnel matter. So, but nothing else at this time.
Mayor's report.
Okay, we'll try it. Eric's gonna help me. What did I tell you? I have to leave here in like 2 minutes. Reminder, the annual Memorial Day service is coming up. It is on Memorial Day. It is at 9 o'clock at Veterans Park. Please attend. It's great to see lots of people there. If it does rain, we'll move it into the fire departments. So please come. We'll have donuts and coffee. Just a good time to honor. We need people, you don't know, do we have fire?
Well, I don't know.
We need people to help move tables from here up to there. Well, chairs mainly, probably just a couple of tables to set.
I'm working daylight, if you need to use my truck, you can.
Cause I'm gonna drive the truck. I'll drive the fire truck.
Yeah, right.
I'm not driving the fire
We
truck.
already had one idiot back
Oh,
in.
but I can't carry him.
Do we have anyone that can help move tables that day?
Probably
I'll send
when he
somebody
didn't
down.
wreck it.
I mean, if you don't care if I get one,
I don't,
Hey,
he helps move them while he's on
somebody
duty.
call me
I don't
There's the
personally
truck.
care, but he needs to know.
Pick up the tables and chairs.
Yeah, I would say, and if you have any of your volunteers that can help,
I'll be in the mountains.
you said you'll help, or you said you'll be in the mountains?
No, I'll be in the mountains.
Oh, well, shoot. Hopefully we find enough
You
people.
know, somebody, I mean, I can
I'll
haul,
send
I
one of my
can
guys
stand.
down, I'm golfing that day, I'll send one of my guys down with a pickup truck.
Thank you. Yeah, we just need to move stuff out of here and get it up there
What,
so that.
he
people
wanted
can
to know
sit.
what time.
When did we start mobilizing, like?
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
7:30?
Or 8, cause we need to be set up and ready to go by 9.
So do we wanna do it the night before, or?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
if
get you help in
if
the
it's
morning,
going to
I
rain,
ain't
then
gonna
we'll
get
move
them
it
done.
into your.
Yeah, they're gonna set the chairs out and then it rains and
Never
then
rained in all the years I've done
or
it.
somebody runs over them, they're gonna be
I
in
just
the
watched the
street.
weather today and it's supposed to.
Well, you ought to get here around 7 if you're going on.
I don't know, in the years past, Clay, have you done it? I know like,
In the years past.
Colton helps all the time and Bobby helps.
Okay, me and Colton can help move
What time
chairs.
do they normally come down here to move stuff?
7:30.
Is it that?
They start loading at like 7:30 and get it up to the Memorial Park.
I'll drive your truck.
So So we'll, I mean, obviously, like, we'll check the
That's
weather the
terrifying.
morning of, and if we have to move it in here, we'll move it in here. But if not, then we'll plan to try to mobilize people like around 7:30. What else do we have?
Nick stuff for
Oh,
Bridge to Life.
Bridge to Life and our dear friend Pastor Nick has sent me a bunch of events, and he might have mentioned this to some of you in passing, that he wants to put on in Koppel throughout the summer. Let me pull them up. There were at least 3. So the first thing he's talking about doing a start of summer bash, which he wants to have on June 6th from 3 to 5, and there are flyers for it, but he obviously isn't advertising it yet because I think he wants to have this at the park, so if the park is rented that day, and if we would be willing to let Bridge to Life put that event on. The second event, he's doing in conjunction with the fire department, and it's called Kids Eat First. I don't understand the frequency of this. Do you know the details? Do you know anything about this?
I know some of the details. Basically, we're co-joining with Bridge to Life Church to offer meals to kids during the summer months to kind of fill in the gap.
Yes.
Because the state has they call it Sunbucks,
Yes.
and that's only eligible to kids whose families are on food assistance. But you have some kids who we call latchkey kids whose parents work, and so they're not getting adequate nutrition during the summer, so it kind of fills in that gap.
Yeah, I totally support that. So would it just be, was it weekly that he would like have stuff to come and grab? Or
We'd be here weekly, and we would design it as the people sign up. So like if they say we have 3 children, then each of those children would each have a lunch and a snack for that given day for a week's worth, and then they can come down the next week, and it can be anonymous or, you know, however it fits their needs.
So, that's a great event. I think obviously that'll just happen. That doesn't really, unless people wanna assist with that. I'm sure volunteers are always appreciated. And then the other thing he talked about, I don't know, is there a date on here? It's called For His Glory. It's July 18th from 12 to 2. And this is a free bicycle repair and food event, so like children in town, like if they have a bike and it needs fixed, like they would have people at, I think, the park again, and he would help, his crew would help them repair their bikes so that they're safe and usable for the summer. I don't know if he's giving away, I just knew he was repairing bikes, there could be more to it than that. I think though mainly the thing that he wanted to know was, could Bridge to Life have access to the park and pavilion on at least June 6th and what did I say, July 18th?
Is that on a weekend or?
Yeah, I believe those are Saturdays, if somebody could look at a calendar for me and confirm, but I'm pretty sure those are
June
Saturdays.
6th is a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
You just gotta watch it, nobody, I mean, they can
I
get
don't
on
know
the
if
other
it's-
end.
I
June
don't-
6th is a Saturday.
I think the 18th is also a Saturday. I don't know if it's
July
on.
18th is also a Saturday.
For the summer, that we can kind of.
You only have a couple of like dates
July
blacked out.
18th is a Saturday.
Yeah, and I think the following,
2 requests so far.
the following
Do you have a calendar
Saturday,
that we're using for
I think it's like the,
so if it's open, I'm seeing a problem with it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want them to pay the rental or if you would just let them use it, it's totally your call. I think, when did we say Fishers of Men is? I think that is the 25th. I think it's I'm pretty sure, I didn't bring my calendar tonight, I'm sorry, but, I'm pretty sure it's the 25th, so that'd be the following Saturday after the bicycle event.
What was the 25th?
Fishers of Men,
Oh,
their
okay.
annual program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been coming for 3
And we
years.
voted on that a while ago, just to let them have use of
Yeah,
the space.
and I think we should do the same for Pastor Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're okay with that, then I can tell him he's free to have the park those dates, and then just black those out, so.
Double check.
Oh, double check, can you text me tomorrow and let me know? I do need to leave, cause I'm gonna be late now, but, you have July 18th and June 6th. Okay, thank you. I hope that was, oh, the park, not the park, the community garden.
Oh, yeah.
I know, let's see, Joanna's willing to donate some plants, Chris Krupa donated some plants, my husband said he'd be willing to donate some plants. We could go, I'm sure we have money in our rec fund if I wanted to go buy some additional plants to fill in the garden boxes. I can get some stuff donated too, not a big deal. But the biggest issue is we need helpers to go maintain the garden. Chris Krupa did a lot of the heavy lifting last summer, and he now is working a lot of 12-hour shifts, and he said he can't really devote the time to maintain the garden like he did last year. So if you could spread the word, talk to your neighbors, if you like gardening and wanna come down and just help out, like just pull weeds, I don't know how we gave Chris access to the water. We could find a way to give access to water to other people who are willing to volunteer. But we need somebody to take care of it, and then once it's producing, to pull vegetables and like take them to Beth, or if you know people in need, like go hand deliver them. So if you could, can that go in the newsletter, Sky, that we're looking for gardening volunteers?
Cite it on the.
And then, you need to all read this, I guess, while I'm gone, but Sky started a draft of the summer, can I borrow your pen? Of the summer newsletter. So you can see what's in here, add to it, make suggestions. I'm just gonna write on.
Just write right on it, it's fine.
I'm writing on the back. And that's all I have.
For the kids to eat first, where were they gonna do that, out of here?
Out of the fire station here, and then you're gonna, here, like, you can pass that around. Do you want this to look at? Do you want that?
You said that to,
I have to go, I'm so sorry.
lunchtime?
Yeah, it like just fills in the gaps for like meals through the week, and then once a week they wanna have like a
No,
meal
I meant,
here.
is that when we're gonna give them out during lunchtime?
Yeah.
It's like a week's supply.
The only reason why I asked, I'm not a morning person, so I can be there at lunchtime. If you need anybody, just call up.
Your legs on
They
it.
turn themselves off after a while.
No, these was the way you had them on,
You
you
do the executive
Well, I
session.
promise. Thank you.
Okay.
We can do it last, but we will reserve the right to convene that way in case it needs to happen on that. That makes sense?
So we're gonna, what would you rather do, an hour? Usually when we go in there,
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, let's do it last, and like I said, we'll reserve the right to reconvene.
Okay. We're gonna do executive session last, and we'll have the right to convene. So then we're gonna go to old business. Oh. Yes. Public comment, anybody? Jeff, I know you got.
I see Mount Street's getting taken care of in new business.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, does that, everybody like their alleys? I do.
Yeah, I think
Huh?
it would be.
I mean, I can drive my bike down there and I ain't.
I don't go into kidney failure from the police car anymore.
Yeah, I've had a lot of comments too. I had one that said, I got dust, well, I don't know, I
You
didn't.
rather have dust or a
Couldn't
hole
get
this
that-
big?
It,
There's dust everywhere, I parked my car out front and it was covered. That ain't coming from the alley.
probably gotta be done twice a year, I bet. Cause you can see the potholes starting to develop a little bit with this rain.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's the first time in 30 years that they touched the alleys that way.
No,
But-
I've never seen it done that way. I mean, I'm blessed.
Yeah, they're nice.
Thanks,
They're nice
Sammy,
to
for
walk
that.
down.
You don't get much thanks. Thanks for me.
It's always when we get talking about my street.
Okay. So we're gonna go to old business, amending ordinance to fines plus costs. Somebody want to elaborate on?
Some of our ordinances
saw a bunch on there.
I copied them all.
You have them.
I have a copy of all.
I gave my copies to Chuck.
I made 2 copies, one for me, one for Chuck, so.
Well, I found some that she had that you didn't have, and vice versa. She had some you didn't have, and you had some she didn't have, so I made one book out.
He might need the ones that,
I can get that to you. I'll see if I can get it all copied. It's a binder like that.
yes, it's
Yeah.
big.
Some of it needs to be probably purged, but
Oh, yeah.
like tying my horse to a telephone pole and stuff like that. But a lot of the fines in there structural wise are like anywhere from $30 to $10. If it actually went to a fine.
Which doesn't cover it. And it's not much of a return.
Right, and you look at, by the time you get all the processes, you're into it several $100s. And by the time you get your chunk back from the magistrate, you're getting like $3 or $4.
Okay. I'll get working on that.
Once we make an amendment, we'll have to begin, or have
It has to be advertised.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to, so how I envision it is an ordinance which would be advertised, but we'll just do it one time.
Cover all of them.
Right.
Okay, finalize NDIA contract.
I just put that on there because we need to send it to Chuck. You said you were gonna have it signed at the meeting.
I brought it for him to sign.
That's all that was.
Did we approve that?
We have to determine if you want 1% or 2% above cost. Or 10 or 20, I'm sorry.
She's cheating us already.
Because I want to.
We have to vote on it?
We have to vote on
We do need to vote on
10
it.
to 20, whichever one you want.
And actually,
He gave us 2 fees.
so I do think we would need a resolution for that, to approve this, which I don't have with me tonight. That's unfortunate, because I know you're anxious to get them on board, but,
Well, he
yeah.
said,
Go ahead.
when I talked to him, just so he gets the signed contract, and then we can let him know what we choose for 10 or 20%. Because he won't be sending us any bills right away anyways. But Mary Sue would, I think he talked to you, how you would collect the money and you'd hold on to it until he actually sent you a bill, and then you would pay him what his bill is, and then the rest is to
He
the
said
borough.
he said he was gonna start on it,
Okay.
but it hasn't yet.
Well, he's waiting for he
Right.
texted me, he's just waiting for the
No,
contract.
I did.
If I remember correctly, Nate, I think Chuck said that, most of the boroughs that he's dealing with, or townships, they're charging 20%.
The only one that he's getting 10 from is North Sewickley.
Okay.
That's doing 10, is North Sewickley.
That's the reason I was saying 20.
Always take the higher.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So yes, you would need a motion to approve this. First of all, actually, we have it on the agenda here.
I don't like that look.
No,
Are we
no,
rushing
no.
it? Are we rushing it, or should we wait until?
We should wait until the next meeting. It should properly be done with a resolution, which I just don't have, and so I wanna do things the right way. And so that's, yeah, and what I can do, if you want, I can have the resolution for you for your first meeting next month. And then you can actually put that on the agenda and act on it, because there's nothing that, you can act on things on the work.
Now, is the fee that we're gonna accept 20%, decide what we're gonna accept.
It's, do you know where it's at, Anna Marie?
What's that?
The feed portion?
Well, he made two with 10.
Oh. I'm sorry, let me show you what I
10 and
have.
20. I don't know if I have it with me.
That's okay, I just wanna make sure I'm not missing it somewhere. So it's not in this 3-page agreement here? I'm asking.
Oh, no, it was part of that big package, the whole contract.
Oh, okay. Well then, so
This
what was
is
your
what he
question?
needs to show, but it's
So we-
included in the whole contract.
I got you.
I know.
Let's do this, send it to me, but then we'll tee it up so we can get it done at the,
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
first
I can
meeting
send
in
it to
June.
you.
So we're gonna,
So you'll have
Pass
that
that on
for
to
the
the-
work meeting and then put it on the agenda for the work meeting.
Yeah.
new business. Code and ordinance violations on Second Avenue.
This is something that we discussed with Chuck.
Is this the one that I followed?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Chuck, I need to have a conversation with you.
Yes, sir.
On that, and so, I don't have an update on it outside of you and I need to get together.
Okay.
And possibly.
Public knowledge.
I did,
I'm
if it-
sorry? Well, there's multiple violations of ordinances, I'm sure, and I looked through some ordinances today, and that was part of the reason for my question. I couldn't find the code violation that I was looking for, and so, yeah. So really, it's about nailing down which violations and then getting that process moving forward, but, long story short is, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with what property we're talking about.
Before you say, I think if there's going to be pending litigation, it's not public knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
But if it's something,
You tell me back here.
Yep,
Is it the one on Second Avenue?
yep,
Okay.
I didn't say
Yeah,
second.
I put Second Avenue on, I just didn't put the address.
I thought it was more of a zoning permit.
it's kind of a crossover, and that the new guy isn't doing the zoning
Oh.
enforcement either.
Yeah.
I might have answered the question. Okay. We'll go on
Okay. Discussion, repairing Ida and Mount Street.
I know we can do a lot ourselves, it would be nice to have a truck. If we start doing patches on the roads ourselves, can I get an extra guy for an 8-hour day on a Saturday, like for say Clay? If we do this on a Saturday, I'm gonna need help. Is it okay if I get up in the morning, say we're gonna asphalt today, and have him come out with us for 8 hours, or 6 hours, whatever it may be?
Clay is a part-time employee.
He is employed,
Yeah.
okay.
Cause he works on the weekends, I work going on the week, and I'd have to talk to Jimmy about the weekend part. But that's one thing, and Mount Street to do from Fifth Avenue to Route 18 to scratch it, and fill all the holes, it'd be about $35,000 to do the whole street, you know, but that'd be to fill all the holes in and put scratch down, which is not like,
What is scratch?
It's just a leveling code.
It's like a leveling.
But my suggestion to you, if you're gonna
Not like
scratch it,
what's in front of the post office. You start doing that, we're gonna be $60,000-$70,000. I suggested you can fill all the holes in, you put that scratch down, it'll be nice and level. Maybe next year, we can even tar and chip it. It'd be very reasonable to do on that street. I mean, that's your option if you wanna do the whole street, or you can just wait and we can just fill in little squares. I
You
think
say young bloods?
Yeah.
Well, if it's gonna be
Yeah.
35 or something.
He also said we can pay him in 2 separate installments, we can't pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my concern's just, the requirement in the Procurement Act that we bid it out. Don't get me wrong, my experience is that Youngbloods comes in low most of
These
the
guys
time.
want to do it, I don't know who the hell else wants to call it.
No,
And that's
They just-
pretty
we'll
cheap to
just
do that whole
advertise.
street, ain't it, Clay?
Lundy too?
Yeah,
Lundy
last
paving?
time on Mary, we did Lindy, Youngblood, and Z paving.
You wanna call your guys?
I just wanna say,
Go ahead.
if you guys scratch that, you need to tar and chip it right after, cause it'll just unravel in the winter as soon as you put a plow on it. So,
Larry said we could scratch it and tar and chip the following year.
hey, he's the man.
Cause of the money, I mean, cause of the money thing too.
I mean, in all honesty, if you're gonna spend the money, look for a grant, mail it out, binder, top it.
We know as well as I do, that won't happen this year.
I know.
Yeah, we'll never get a grant this year.
No.
We can cut out
Mary,
the bad
that little
holes and
part
fill
they
it.
did on Mary, like
Yeah, the
from
meantime.
Second Avenue up to 18, was 15.2 from Lindy,
Well, didn't,
or Z paving,
Z
and Z
paving.
paving,
I
but.
Didn't
talked about
Daenerys-
going from Fifth Avenue to Route
I know,
18.
and it's so, I'm just saying, that's what that costs, so.
I know,
If
I'm
you're
just-
gonna do the whole street, it's gonna be
Larry,
more so.
Larry quote on the phone said the only reason you got that price is cause he's sick of driving up and down that street to get to his garage and box off his roof.
Time to be the lowest bid and he'll get it. He was the highest bid on Mary.
Well, you can use your connections on this too.
I just did.
Yeah, I mean,
What the hell, how do you think
I
I?
mean, we have to put it up for bid.
we do.
Yeah.
Three wishes
There's
and-
no way around it. Just,
Yeah, it has to go for bid.
I don't know what his bid is, just put it in.
I can get 3 of my own bids?
Well, we're gonna want
We got
specs and
Specs all
such.
They have to-
same. Has to be apples to apples to apples.
Tell me, I don't
They
know.
all
No,
have
I
to be
mean,
the
I,
same.
we're gonna have to put a bid packet out requesting proposals or bids on it. And
Audience people make
They're
this.
gonna be high.
Pave the road pave the road from 5th to 18, there you, I mean,
No,
They're gonna be high no matter what.
I understand what you're saying,
is that something you're gonna draw up?
yeah, I can put, well, generally the engineer would help put together the
Oh, we don't need
specs.
an engineer, Jesus Christ, we'll be.
We already paid one.
Where,
I mean, he's not gonna come in and say, we gotta do it this way, this way, this way.
No, but he's gotta put the specs.
no, he's gotta put the
Yeah,
specs, so,
specs.
So all the bids are,
it's
Like-
apples
There's
to
catch
apples.
spaces and everything need cut out, or anything done, shit like
Yeah,
that.
so everybody's, saying what their price would be for the same exact job,
Yep.
so.
But let me get a bid off Youngbloods first, I'll erase the numbers and we'll go off of that one.
what do you
That'll be
know?
our bid, right?
He doesn't know what this is.
You're aware
You need
that
three
this is
bids.
being filmed, right?
Yes.
All right, let's.
Hey.
Specs you need to pay for running.
I'm a lawyer, I don't know, I mean, it's
So
basically.
who comes up with a spec?
An engineer.
Engineer.
So I gotta call this engineer?
No, somebody more familiar with it will.
I'll call Frank. I'll call Frank.
Yes.
I have his number right here. I'll explain to him what we wanna do. He'll come out and do specs and
hey,
then.
why don't you guys run a millhead from, Cleveland Brothers and I'll cut keyways and see if Youngbloods will, donate a paver and scratch it ourselves. You have 4 employees that work for the borough. Get a paver and a roller, cut keyways, it ain't that goddamn
I don't
hard.
work for the borough, don't include me.
I mean, you can rent a paver, you can rent a roller, you
What's
can just
that
get
cost?
order with a
Still have
millhead.
to be bid.
What's that cost,
Right,
ish?
cause you need.
I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, a lot of boroughs do their own
You do it the
shit.
right way.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
and
Main
you don't-
Street
if you're
Department.
just gonna scratch it, I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's cake ass work.
Yeah. I know it's.
We wanna
That's why I asked what scratching. I don't-
Scratch is just a leveling coat, it's just a,
Still gotta cut the holes out, and fill them in. You ain't just scratching the holes. The
Right.
holes get cut out and fixed, you just don't run scratch and run over the poles that are already there, they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
It would still have to be bid, cause it's gonna be over 13.
Not to do it ourselves.
Well, it depends on,
Yeah,
well,
what's the cost of
All right, let me
material
ask-
You get materials.
and the fuel and.
Let me ask you this, what's the amount if it doesn't have to be bid?
Has to be under
It's like,
13.2.
13 or something.
Then why can't we break it down to 3 stages?
You can't do that.
You can't have, it's one job, you can't do that.
Why not?
You
It's
can't,
against the law.
it's against the law.
They look for these things. They do. They understand people try and get around the bidding process.
If you measure the road,
Yeah.
just like
It's not like owning
we did
your
the
own
patch, you
business.
measure the road, you figure out your square footage, you figure out what your tonnage. It's not hard, you could, if you have to broker McLeinan's for asphalt,
13.2.
Believe me, I'd love to have it done, cause I seen what they did with the
You have
alleys
any idea?
for minimum.
You have any idea what you're looking at for the asphalt alone?
I don't even, obviously it's gonna be wearing, it's top, the top's more
Just wearing,
expensive.
I mean, you're not,
That means nothing to me.
you're
Top-
not putting down 3 layers like you do on it.
Top is way more expensive than, you have to obviously call Lindy or you're gonna buy the asphalt, and you have to get locked in on their price for tonnage wise. But obviously you have to, you can't call there and ask them, how much is a ton of asphalt? Cause you're gonna buy bulk, so they'll probably work with you there. But, I mean, you're better off getting bids. In all honesty, Youngblood's gonna be your best,
About
regardless
90
if
bucks a ton if you buy it. We just bought it.
We'll just get 3 bids and see what it comes out, and then we're gonna make a
Let me call
decision,
you.
cause we know it needs done. Well, I mean, we gotta advertise that, right?
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
gotta have
So
an
we'll
engineer.
advertise it,
Yeah, I'll have to put together the package.
see,
Right.
So you gotta give me something that I gotta give the young blood, then I gotta bid it.
we'll
Not
get the
till
engineer
engineer's
on
done
it.
with it.
Oh,
First,
yeah, you can-
first step is the engineer to
That
come
you
and do
go-
the specs.
You can do that, and then when you get that, give it to me, and then we'll.
And then we
I'll
have
carry
to
it
do the
on.
bid packet and
Whatever, other two
advertise.
people call Clays, I mean, you know, they can't do that for that, probably, can they?
Who, Aziz?
Your guys.
That'd be close.
Well, we'll let them bid it.
Aziz did, they did work up on Mount Street, didn't they?
For the, water
Z
company.
paving, they
Yeah.
did Marion.
Mary, yeah.
The only other thing I seen Z paving do was the People Valley Credit Union, so.
That's where he works.
That's where I work, and we do it all. I mean, I'm not outsourcing Youngbloods,
Oh,
but,
you work at Z paving now?
yeah, I left Youngbloods.
Okay,
Strong like this council.
so we'll get a hold of.
We'll get ahold of Frank.
Yeah, get a hold of Frank and, okay, where am I at? Police officer, discuss police officer interviews, sorry, couldn't be here, and hiring part-time. So. Go ahead, tell me who was here. No, who was here.
I was here, Jason was here, Susan was here.
Give you a rundown, he's a full-time officer in Lee. The good news is he has his own vest and we don't have to buy him one. And we may not even have to buy him a black carrier because I think I have one at the station.
Is there only one person interviewed?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a good kid, I know him, I've worked with him, he's very productive, very proactive, he's not one to sit around, thank God. He's young, and he's applied here a couple times, and was never granted an interview. He can give me 2 to 3 days a week, which would be great as far as filling shifts, because I mean, if legislation goes through, we're gonna start paying the state police for covering open shifts. If the legislation goes through, and we're not filling shifts, we're gonna start paying the state police to cover.
They weren't paid.
They weren't paid now.
We require to have an officer on 24 hours a day.
Yep. That's what they want.
If they start.
So what about like the galley, then they pay someone to be on call?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New Galley pays, Darlington Township.
To be on call,
No, they're paying the patrol, cause we used to have New Galley.
That would be a benefit if the state starts charging, then we could probably pick up Homewood.
So I wanna start filling shifts, and I mean, our roster is 3 officers short from where we used to be. So it would only benefit the department to hire them.
Now, are we gonna need him?
Steve, if it works out that Steve went full-time, we would still need him. Because, I mean, Steve and I are only covering 80 hours a week, and then we still have another, you're making me do math in my head, Tom, that's not a good thing. We still have another 100 hours a week to cover, which is part-timers.
One part-time?
No, the part-timers that we have, this 7 that we have.
No, you said this guy's good for what, 3 days?
2 to 3 days a week.
And we interviewed him before, or no, you said he?
No, he was never doing interviews before. He applied,
Well,
but
give me your, you were here?
Yeah. Seems like a good guy. He, worked for the sheriff's department before, worked for Lee, worked for Franklin Township. Seems like I would recommend him. I'd make a motion for him.
Sue?
Yeah, I agree.
And you three were here? And you say you don't need anything? That's a first.
yeah.
God damn. It ain't over yet, though.
He had a vest, but he needed some.
He needs the black carrier.
The black carrier,
Yeah,
but
so that's
But
what
he
I
said
he
he
says
had
we
one.
have one.
I might have one, but it depends on the size of his vest. The black carrier I have was off of Kuzma's old vest. So if it doesn't fit his ballistic plates, then we would have to buy him a bigger one, but that's only $250 as opposed to $1,500.
He looked about the same size.
I was just thinking the same thing, Jason. He looked about the same.
Somebody wanna make a motion there?
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Second?
Yes.
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 Yes. So now we're gonna go into executive session.
Moving to executive session, we will
We will.
reconvene, even if it's only to adjourn.